Hey, what's up? It's Chris from Brooker Films, and in today's video, I'm talking through my top 10 tips for beginner videographers. So let's get into it. So now my first tip is to not worry too much about the camera that you're using. A professional will shoot a much better video on an iPhone than a beginner would on a £50,000 RED camera. Regardless of what you're using though, just make sure you know your camera inside and out. It doesn't matter what camera you're using, if you don't know how to use the camera, then the footage that you're going to shoot is going to look amateur because you won't know how to pull the best settings from the camera. So spend some time to understand the menus, know the layout, know how far you can push the camera, know its strengths and its limitations. Understand your camera like the back of your hand, and that's how you're going to get the best results from whatever camera you're using. Even iPhone now shoots 4K, and if you understand how to process this footage and make it look more cinematic, then this can really stand out and it can really compete with some other cameras that are now on the market. Cameras are designed to perform better in well-lit environments. This means that if you're shooting in the day or if you're in a well-lit environment, then your footage is going to look really nice and really cinematic. However, if you're filming in a dark, unlit environment, then the footage is just going to look really dark, really noisy, really ugly, and this just looks really amateur. So my third tip to you is to shoot in well-lit environments, and this is how you're going to ensure that your footage will look more cinematic. Camera movement is an absolute game changer. Shaky handheld footage is often seen to be unprofessional and amateur, whereas smooth shots are seen to be more cinematic. So take your camera out of your hands and get it mounted to a glide cam, a Ronin, a Movi, a tripod, a slider. Just get it mounted to some sort of stability device and use this for your camera movements. Now when you're filming, preparation is key. Nothing is more unprofessional than turning up to a video shoot with no card space left, or turning up to a video shoot with dead camera batteries. So make sure that you've got plenty of camera batteries and make sure that you have enough card space to ensure that you won't run out of card space mid-shoot. It's always advised to bring extra SD cards and extra camera batteries just to make sure that this doesn't happen. Holding onto shots in the edit can feel really awkward for the viewer, and this is often a mistake of a beginner filmmaker. So when you're on set, don't just grab one shot. Grab a few different shot variations. Grab a wide, grab a mid shot, grab a close-up, grab an extreme close-up if it's needed. Grab a few different variations of the exact same shot and use these to cut to when you're in the edit. As a general rule of thumb, you should not hold on to a shot any more than 4 seconds. If you do, then the viewer is just going to feel really awkward, and this is instantly going to make your footage look more unprofessional. Not only should you focus on the subject in your foreground, you should also focus on the background. If there's unwanted people walking around in the background, or if there's something offensive or rude in the background of the shot, then it's just going to pull the viewer out of the story and it's just going to be really distracting. So pay very close attention to your background and make sure that everything in the frame is supposed to be there. Now, great videographers have a specific style and a specific look. Look at the likes of Sam Calder, Devin Graham, or Casey Neistat. They've all developed their style through camera movement, transitions, editing, color grading, and it really helps their work to stand out amongst the crowd. In the early stages of your career, it is completely okay to copy the styles of other filmmakers and other videographers. However, try and develop your own style as soon as you can, because people will hire you for your vision and your originality. So my next tip is to pay very close attention to your sound. Great video is often ruined by amateur sounding audio. If you have the budget or if you have the resources available, hire a sound operator to make sure that you capture crystal clear audio when you're filming. Make sure you get your shotgun microphone as close to your talent as is physically possible, or mount a lavalier microphone to them to ensure that you capture crystal clear sound when on the move. I released a video a short while ago on how to capture crystal clear sound when you're shooting video. Check it out if you want to learn more. So my next and my final tip is to shoot B-roll or cutaways. So let's say we're shooting a music video. You capture 3 takes of the performance. That's a close, mid, and a wide shot. Now you're also going to shoot a few cutaways of the performer looking off into the distance in slow motion. You're going to capture shots of the location, and you're going to capture a few other shots around the building. Now B-roll is great because it can help your audience to understand more about the location, but it can also work as a safety net. Let's say you've got those 3 shots, for example, and at a specific point in time your artist is doing something weird in all 3 of those shots, and you can't cut to any of them. So you have this massive black hole in the middle of your edit. Well, what do? Use your B-roll as a plaster or a band-aid and cover up this big black cut. Perfect. If you enjoy watching this video, then please do let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this one in the future. Thank you ever so much for watching. I really do truly appreciate it. I hope you're having the most amazing day today. I will see you soon. Thank you for watching.